Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents, and welcome to Corncast 12, number 12. I'm your host, Alex, joined here, as always, by James, aka Pissadick.
Hello, Alex is actually Pissadick, and I'm being framed like usual.
Jim or Beast.
Hi, James is Pissadick.
I feel like when you're introduced as Beast, you need to do something more beastly.
Beastly.
Roar, uwu,
That's nice.
I like that. And last but not least, Ruben, the Recon Armor Wearer.
Jesus Christ. It's good to be here with Pissadick and Beast and Alex, who isn't Pissadick.
I'm not allowed to give myself another name. You guys have to do that.
EOD wearer.
What wearer?
EOD.
Oh,
Principal.
Why
and
would you do it?
principal of
Why'd you stick to Halo? It doesn't have to be Halo. It could be anything.
Because
Okay.
you and Ruben have a Halo relationship.
we're the last Halo fans left.
You're the
No one else
last
has
two.
left.
God, I feel sorry for the Halo YouTubers at the moment. I went on a Halo channel the other day and watched one of the videos, a Hidden Xperia video.
Mhm.
And he was like visibly frustrated by how there's just nothing for him to work with for so many fucking years.
At that
Oh.
stage, just give up at Halo and actually just cover something else.
But at this point, they were like so close too. It's like, well, I've made it this far. It's just gonna
1
be a
month.
painful last bit. Yeah,
It's actually 1 month
It's 1 month till
not
they
until it comes out, but a bit of
Oh.
information.
till they
the big
drip a
E3.
little bit of the goodness into the mouths of the Halo fans.
Yeah, we'll see. I did see. Speaking of Halo, actually, I did see a pretty funny mod for Halo 1 called Cursed Halo. You heard of this?
Yes, yeah.
I knew Ruben would, but I didn't know about Jim or James.
I haven't seen it.
It's funny. It's
very
genuinely
funny.
like a funny mod. There's like what are some of the best ones? You can hold 3 plasma, what are they call rifles? in
Yeah.
Halo 1. You have a third arm that just comes up, and it's just like really ridiculous stuff. And like the warthog is really long, really
It's a
stupidly
limousine.
elongated.
Oh, I've seen that long warthog.
Yeah. I think it's quite a famous mod. And like
Yeah.
the Marines, if they have a pistol, it's pointing back at them, so they shoot themselves in the head.
And you, the pistol, you don't fire it, you throw it
Yeah.
or something. You just throw it at people.
And like, I think a Minecraft sword is in there and stuff like that. It's very silly. I'd recommend watching Late Night Gaming. Actually, just did a video on it. That's Cursed
The mod
Halo.
is by I always forget his name. The video, the mod was made by this guy, and he did a video on it himself. But I always forget his name.
Yeah, just search Cursed Halo. You'll find it that way. But seeing as we're on gaming, I suppose we might as well talk about the big gaming drop that happened in the last week. That being, we now know what the PlayStation 5 looks like. What do we think?
Looks pretty stupid.
Yeah, I know I'm going to annoy people with what I say, so I want to go last.
Are we talking
Well,
about just in terms of the appearance of the
Pure
console?
aesthetic. Just the design.
Yeah, it looks pretty lame.
It just looks inconvenient to like put anywhere.
Really, do none of us, James, do you like it?
Well, I'll say this: the design has never mattered because I don't look at it, like ever. If my
I agree,
console,
it's
my
like the
PC
least important thing to a
Oh,
certain
absolutely.
degree.
But if you have it in your living room, that's a part of the decor.
That's the thing, though. Yeah, like James, I know how much you care about interior design.
I do like some interior design.
Does seeing this thing not ring alarm bells like, wow, this thing would only really work if you kind of designed an entire space around this fucking thing, because it's so...
You'd have to have a
It's
game
what it
space.
The design is very edgy in the literal meaning. It's very edgy. It's not going to fit in well with pretty much everyone's rooms or living rooms. It's a really out there design, and it doesn't work like at all. And the colors are not good either. It needs to be like fully black.
Well, they'll release a fully black one at some
They
point.
will, but it's just I don't get why this is the one they show. Like first thoughts, it just does not Seems like a bad.
I wish one of us did like it, so then I don't feel the need to kind of fall into like devil's advocate place. But I don't like it either. That's the thing though. Like I really have no allegiance. I don't care either way. I want to play God of War 2. I want to play Spider-Man. Like I want to play the games on it. As James said, that's what matters. But my initial thought was like that thing's gonna collect dust and be really annoying to clean, and just the shape of it, and everyone's gonna. My initial thought actually was if that was like sat under my TV. I feel like it's the first thing that would draw in someone's eye, and then the first thought after that would be, "Oh, this is a gamer.
This is a
gamer piece of kit. It looks like a Razer laptop or something. Something that's marketed towards gamers."
See, Razer laptops though, they're quite subtle. They're just black. They have like this logo, but the ones that are worst are Alienware.
So that's what I meant. Yeah, shit. Alienware. That's what I meant. I was picturing that teacher we used to have had the Alienware laptop. But,
that guy.
Yeah, you know what I mean though. Like it's going for a certain crowd, and if you don't really want to fit into that like look, then you might have a problem with it. But
yeah, I read a thing saying like why they chose to make it look the way it does, and they were like, we really want a console that is like the 2020s sort of generational mark. Like this is how futuristic stuff should look.
It's gonna be so dated and like 2 years. 2 years, everyone will be like, "This is stupid. This is just fucking stupid."
Well, it is getting its fair share of memes.
My favorite one is the Seto Kaiba one. That's a good one.
I saw a good one where it was edited into the city of Gondor from Lord of the Rings. It's like that big center pillar of that huge white structure. It's funny, yeah. But like, I'm not craving like, wow, that's really gonna like improve this space.
No. The Xbox is nice and subtle and easy to put anywhere. It's just a tall box.
What about the games then? Anything announced that you care about?
I haven't actually watched any of the game trailers, but I'm already interested in Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. It looked pretty slick.
From what I know, the game appears to be more of a focus on single player, and with Forza being heavily on FOMO content, it's killed itself almost, like for me at least. So having a mainstream console racer is a game like I'm buying the PS5 without a doubt because of Gran Turismo and only because of Gran Turismo.
Damn, well James is one of those gamers then.
Because there's one reason everyone should buy a PlayStation because you can get the Xbox games on PC. There's no reason to buy the Xbox console.
Well, there's plenty of reason for people that don't want to buy a gaming PC.
Yeah. Because what the console is actually going to be able to do, like my PC wouldn't be able to do it. It couldn't run it at 4K and then the frame rate and everything. Like, and I want it in my living room.
Yeah.
I don't think 4K is like.
I don't care about 4K on PC though, but I do care about 4K in my living room on my 4K TV.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't have 4K TVs.
Oh,
I haven't quite taken off yet.
No.
And even then, it's going to be ages till that actually does take off. Like, how many people do you know that have like a Blu-ray player? You know, how many people actually even give a shit about Blu-ray? No one anymore because obviously streaming like
Netflix
annihilated that. But
I feel like if you collect Blu-rays, it's like a niche.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're old enough to still be on DVDs, and that's just how you watch things, is by buying DVDs. Still.
Yeah. Yeah, but point is, I don't see 4K really taking off still for quite a few years.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, they're like experimenting with like much higher things than 4K now, like 8K and stuff. So
yeah,
4K is like
stuff.
slowly becoming.
You can watch 8K videos on YouTube, and your computer will completely choke up and stutter all the way through it.
That's the thing. Like, already, editing in 4K is a huge pain. You've got to edit in 1080, and then
you've got to edit with proxies.
Yeah, exactly.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, so forget about 8K or whatever is next after that. Yeah, what else do they show off? There's a new Spider-Man mini game thing. It's
they're calling it standalone Insomniac.
Yeah, it's
but standalone like Lost Legacy kind of scope. Uncharted Lost Legacy, that is my understanding of it. Like it's not Spider-Man 2, but it's still a thing that's built on the original Spider-Man game, but it's still new enough to be justified as like its own standalone, not expansion, but game. Super confusing. Like when I first watched it, I just assumed it was going to be like a full sequel or something.
Yeah, that's what I figured it was.
And then the messaging kind of backpedaled it a little bit to set expectations, but yeah, more Spider-Man. I'm not going to rush out to get nothing in the lineup look like, wow, this is like I need to rush out and get this day one.
Yeah.
I'm happy to wait a bit for, I care more about like a God of War sequel or something like that first.
Well, they can't announce things until The Last of Us 2 has come out. They can't announce anything that distracts from that.
Yeah.
So obviously the timeline got fucked because The Last of Us 2 should already have been released.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is annoying because it just means that Sony's event was lame. And otherwise, we probably would have had a teaser for God of War and a teaser for something else, maybe an Uncharted project. But they can't distract from The Last of Us 2 still.
Well, we have to remember too, like how bad last generation's launch was. Like there was nothing, genuinely, nothing for like years.
Yeah, we're doing better already.
Yeah, well, back then people were developers and publishers and players were still adjusting to the fact that PCs existed and that consoles were moving in the direction of, they're just computers, man. It's just what they are.
Mm-hmm.
No one got that still. But now games seem to just be trickling out at a fairly, steady pace.
Yeah, now they've got like the Horizon sequel coming out. Like that didn't exist the generation before, which looks cool. Like I like dinosaurs and robot dinosaurs, but I'm not going to rush out to buy a console for that one game. So.
Well, I think it really depends on the price. And I was certain they were going to reveal the price at this thing, but I guess they want to wait until Xbox does.
I feel like
if they can undercut it.
We weren't in a pandemic and things were going a bit differently this year, they probably would have announced it by now. But I think that has really thrown it off because now the economics of it is just totally fucked. They could lose so much money potentially if this goes wrong for them. Imagine it. You spend like 5 years R&Ding this like piece of machinery, and then something completely out of your control does this. Destiny 2.
And with people out of their jobs, if you price it too high, you're not going to sell like at all.
Well, yeah.
You can't price it too high. You can't price it too low. It's fucking risky. It's really risky. So see what happens. But because I've heard rumors it's gonna be like $800. There's a lot of like roundabout things around.
Yeah.
If it's over like 500, I'm not buying it.
Oh, it's gonna be over that surely.
See,
but I've also learned, and we should have all learned, you don't early adopt it because of the last generation.
Wait, I feel if you're an early adopter, you have to go in knowing you're an early adopter. You have to know you're paying a bit more just for the luxury of having this nice device at the same time everyone else gets it on day one. It's just like a flex thing.
I'm making a statement, a claim. This is my prediction. The Xbox will be cheaper than the PlayStation 5. Microsoft they can't fuck it again, like ever again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously now the business strategy is different. It seems to be more like they're not focused on the exclusives thing. It's like they know that no one really gives a shit anymore. So they're just like, well, you can buy this and we're going to put games on PCs. So to them, to Microsoft, the company who, Microsoft has an entire business. They're not just Xbox. Whereas Sony, they got their film division and they make garbage. They do some cameras.
Hey, Morbius looks awesome.
And they have the PlayStation division. Microsoft is like, they dominate the PC market entirely. So anyway, blah, 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 blah. I just think through Microsoft supply chains, because, this is Microsoft, man. Surely their console should easily be able to be cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, but we'll see. We'll see soon enough.
Not that it really affects me, but
yeah, I know Jim and James don't give a shit about Destiny 2, but there was a bunch of news on Destiny 2 too, which there were quite a few questions about actually. So I might as well.
Well, they had that live event recently, didn't they? Like fully in game, like.
Yeah, they did have like a live event.
yeah, they did. I saw that. Well, I didn't watch it, by the way. I'm not a fucking loser, okay, everybody.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I just heard about it. I guess it's them doing like the Fortnite thing, except it's like in the universe and not like Travis Scott.
Travis Scott comes from the Fortnite universe.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm not up on my Fortnite lore. But yeah, Bungie did this weirdly good stream where they were showing off like the future of Destiny. And like I was ready, like arms crossed, like, what are you going to show me then? And they basically covered every problem I have with the game at this current moment, and they like addressed it in some form. I'll have to wait for some things, but like the stuff they announced is pretty good. Like crossplay is coming in the future. They've got 3 expansions coming out, which will look pretty interesting. The one that's coming out in September doesn't look the most exciting because I just really want new enemies in that game because it's been so long. 7 years of fighting the same fucking enemies to some degree, like reskinned enemies, you know. So yeah, we'll see. It seems cool.
It's depending on what they do will depend on if I'd pick it up.
Really.
I'm happy for it to be good.
It does, but I'm willing to try the game again if they've actually like made an effort. Like, isn't there rumors that they're like trying to combine 1 and 2 into one? Like,
oh no, that was
that's
announced too. Like, that's just happening. Yeah. They introduced this new model where they like sunset content that no one plays, and then they're gonna kind of add things in from like Destiny 1 and stuff like that. They're just doing a bunch of stuff. Like the presentation of the video was really candid. Luke Smith was he like admitted to like fucking up some of the seasons and stuff, and that it hasn't been like a full success, and it's just cool to see that from. That's what I always liked about Bungie compared to like the corporate, like when Ubisoft uploads their like gameplay video and this like just this really awkward commentary. This seemed like a genuine like, oh, you're like a human, you're interacting like a human. Like I like that. Humans do make these things that were.
I'm glad Bungie don't do those embarrassing like strike playthrough anymore type things, strike playthrough trailers. So they just because they were just trying to do the Ubisoft thing, which was just really embarrassing.
All those weird, awkward E3 demonstrations that like wasn't even remotely accurate to what we got, or whatever. Any other major points? I've got one other thing actually before we move on. Just in regards to last episode, we talked a bit about Run the Jewels 4. Like our Run the Jewels ranking. I don't want to do like a complete repeat of that topic, but I have been listening to RTJ4 a lot. I underrated it last episode. I think it's better than I thought, to be honest. Just want to throw that out there. Especially the like first 4 or 5 songs is like, wow. If it just kept at this momentum for the whole thing, I think it would easily be the best album. But then that one with Pharrell that we mentioned comes on.
I agree.
Yeah. I think maybe that's the problem with it for me is the pacing of the album is a bit strange. I just think that the track listing and the flow of the tracks, or the pacing, like I said, maybe that's the word you can use. It's just a bit strange. And there's like a build up, and then it's not meant to be like a release, because the next track after they're straight back in to just doing what they do. It's just a weird middle point and it sags. That's how it feels. It just sags for a song. And unfortunately, one sagging scene in like an otherwise great act of a film does not bring down a film as much as a sagging track in an album. So it was really noticeable to me. that middle part of the album.
There is a song in the middle part of the album that I do think might be my favorite from it.
Which one?
Hang on, let me tell you. I think it's The Ground Below.
Yeah, that's people have been talking about that
that's
one a lot. I think.
Is that one in the middle?
It's more towards the end. Sorry.
Yeah, because it's got an incredible beginning and end. It's the middle that's a bit weaker for me.
It's in fact, it's just the exact middle. No, it's not. It's just after it. Yeah, it's such a great build up, and then I don't know. I feel like maybe features are used it just seems like a waste to me. It's just a wasteful track. Whatever. Yeah, I said all this last week anyway. So
yeah. I just wanted to bring it up. That it's just
My
a grower, I
opinion
think.
has not changed.
Really?
I've not really listened to it again.
The songs that are really good, I listen to constantly. The ones that aren't, I skip.
Okay.
That's how the albums have been. That's why they're good. So, yeah, it's just good.
Yeah, you don't have to care about the whole album to value like their music.
I saw you, Alex, listen to Meowpity.
I did, yeah. What was it? Like the first minute or something was putting me off.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like, yeah, this is good, but I don't want to. Every time I listen to it, I have to listen to that first minute every time.
I think the first minute makes the rest of it better.
Yeah.
I've only listened to it once, so like again, it is just my initial reaction to it. So
and the comedy of it is definitely,
yeah, I wasn't really sure what to
it
expect.
adds to the value.
Yeah, I just realised I forgot to bring up the main thing I was supposed to talk about this week, being this fucking food poisoning thing that I have. It's been ruining my life for the past 4 days.
Okay, what's happened, Alex? What has gone on?
Well, you want details? What kind of detail are you looking for?
Did you go?
I've done the most amount of shits, and I shit quite a lot, every day, like on a normal good day, let alone when I have fucking food poisoning. This morning I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, because every day I've been woken up at 5 a.m. Needing to either vomit or shit, and it's just pure water, pure argue diarrhea. I know what it's like for him now. I can empathize with him. Pure stomach pains and shit. It reminded me a bit. I got food poisoning or some kind of stomach thing when I was in Greece. It reminds me of that a bit, but worse. Because I haven't really experienced food poisoning before. I don't know if it is that for a fact, but I can only assume. My prevailing theory is that I bought some pre-prepared sliced mango to put in a smoothie that I was making, and apparently the pre-prepared fruit is a good one if you want bacteria to make you ill. So, because I don't know what else it possibly could have been, to be honest. Huel.
Argy's shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's just so many sources.
Yeah, and it can be the most ridiculously small chance that you just touch something.
Yeah,
and that's it. And then that gestates in your body, and it finally happened.
It's horrendous. Have you guys had food poisoning before?
No.
I don't think I have.
I'm really surprised because I've eaten fully frozen chicken before, and I've always been fine.
James has the stomach of a dog.
Yeah. Are you that on the back of every oven cooked product they always warn to not microwave it, and there's apparently a surge of people that just cook everything in the microwave, even if it can't be cooked in the microwave, so they will get ill from it. That's why that warning is on the packaging.
I only ever microwave things once they've already been cooked, a reheat or the next day. But you never
Yeah, I tend to be the same.
If it's a ready meal or something like a microwave meal, then obviously I'm going to microwave it. But you just nuke it a little bit longer, and normally it's fine. It's bubbling and it looks a bit shit. Most of the time it's okay to eat.
I don't even microwave takeaway the next day. I'm not one of those people. If I got Chinese left, that's not going in the microwave. I don't give a fuck.
Oh no, Chinese is fine for the microwave. Kebab is, even if you leave it out for like 4 days and then microwave, it's normally fine.
Oh, but James, you tweeted something along the lines of, "Don't complain, little baby, until you've fucking shit yourself," or something like that.
Yes.
What was it you said?
I said, "Cry me a river. Come talk to me when you farted and followed through."
Well, I'm coming with you with the knowledge and experience of that happening to me.
Coming at you live with the knowledge and
I'm
experience.
Boogie right now. I'm coming at you right live through the power of fucking Discord to tell you I fucking shit my pants when I first got this food poisoning thing.
Did you just get rid of the underwear? Did you rinse it out and just bin them?
I was still in pajamas because it was like 6 a.m.
Did you bin the underwear then? The pajamas, sorry.
No, the way it worked was I was like, I need to do a fart, like just completely forgetting the fact that I'm poisoned, literally poisoned. And then I was just like, oh. And then I just felt like the whole ass area just filled with like liquid, really warm, and moist.
Was it really, really wet fart? Like a?
Well, yeah, because it was just pure diarrhea. It was like already my third one of the day, by like 6 a.m. So I know what it's like now. I had to waddle over to the toilet.
It's a strange feeling because I did not know it was possible, but then you just do a little fart and then it's just like, oh no, this is not good. And it feels heavy, because you just...
Don't fart with when you have diarrhea.
What kind of pajamas was it? Was it like fluffy, sort of? Like
Fluffy?
I mean, not literally fluffy, but...
They're like flannelette, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what material it is, to be honest.
Silk.
An easy to wash one. Silk.
Is it like an especially fibrous one, or was it like a nice...
No, it's not very fibrous, thank fuck.
Alex out here with his fucking silk pajamas.
Shit-stained silk, only worn a few times for sale.
Pajamas that I literally had when I was like 16. I think I've still got like the bottom.
Are they blue?
Yeah, they're blue.
Yeah. Oh, you shit those ones?
Yeah, I shit. They're so fucking well known.
I like how we all know Alex's pajamas.
Jesus. Yeah, shit time. One day you'll get
shit
it.
time.
One day you'll get it. And
yeah,
I'm never gonna get that.
I'm not get it from something awesome. I'm gonna go out my way to get it. I wonder what raw chicken tastes like. Let's find out.
I'm at the point now where I feel like I'm quite a sicky person. I throw up a lot.
Oh yeah, you're a sicky person.
To the point
Definitely.
where I just don't care when I'm sick now. It's like, oh, here we go. And there's no dread. I remember when I was a kid, I used to dread, oh no, I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is scary because this is gonna hurt my throat. This is gonna leave my mouth tasting gross and everything. And I'm just like just everywhere I look.
I was sick a little while ago, vomit sick, and okay, a little bit of story here. I ate a lot of pasta that night, a lot.
You overate.
Yeah, and I ate a tomato sauce pasta meal.
Okay.
So then suddenly, hours later, I need to vom, so I go and vom, and this shit is fucking red, blood red.
Oh my god!
So when it's coming out of me, I'm like, holy shit! I guess I'm dying. This is it. But then, and it really fucking hurt. The first vom. And then the second one came around, and I guess that's where all the pasta had been hiding. I don't know how I'd even swallowed, because I was throwing up penne pasta that's still half intact.
You didn't want to scoop it back up and...
Oh no, I totally wanted to just dip my head in and like a pig in a trough. Just sort of.
Have you seen those videos of those cats at the moment, really opening their jaws to eat? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
You know
then.
what's strange? I haven't puked since I had head concussion in primary school. I have not puked since.
Really?
I've had nights out where I've had 5 different spirits, and just a lot of alcohol and I'm always fine. I've never ever puked, and it's really strange. I don't know if it's a bad thing though.
How's your gag reflex?
It depends if it's tequila or not.
Because that shit separates and floats on everything else in your stomach, allegedly.
I don't really have a gag reflex, I don't think.
Yeah, because I can't remember. It might have been Jim, because I drunk too much one evening. And I think I was saying to Jim, I think I need to vomit this up just because it's so uncomfortable. Just the pure amount of liquid that's sitting in me right now. And Jim was like, well, you know what to do.
I don't mind doing that. I'm more than comfortable with making myself
and I was
throw
like,
up.
yeah, I was like I was a child. I was like bigging myself up like this is going to be horrible. And I did it. It was like, oh, I guess it's just
fine.
pure like alcohol basically. It's just liquid. It's nothing.
It's a little bit unpleasant when you can't control it, but obviously if you've made yourself
think about
do
when
it.
you're already a bit drunk though.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's nothing.
Just get back to it straight after that.
Yeah.
Rinse your mouth out. Obviously.
Yeah. That's the grossest part. Like thinking about all that stomach acid and shit all over your like mouth and teeth.
Or whatever.
I've done enough puking in my time to know that.
What? You just said you've only puked like once in your life.
Yeah, from head concussion, where I was puking to the point where I was agonising pain because there was nothing. That I was just puking up just the deepest.
So what do you mean? So after the head injury, you just started puking violently, just everywhere?
Well, as soon as you get a head concussion, because it's a defence mechanism, basically. I was in school, I fucking done it, head on the wall, head on the floor. And then, so I went to the reception where they basically left me alone for like 2 hours. And they didn't do anything, primary school is shit.
Right.
And then at the time, I had it's a bunk bed, but the top part only. So I was laying in there and it was just like, oh shit, this is gonna go bad. So I can lean over and it's just like the
scatter on it. Oh my god.
I can imagine the sound. I can imagine the sound so clearly.
As soon as but it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's just like once you do one, it does not stop. So I did one,
irritated.
then within like 2 minutes later, I did another. And I did that for about 4 hours straight. And it was hell.
4 hours? Did you eventually get to the toilet, or were you just up in the bunk bed just puking on the floor?
Oh no, because it's head concussion. It's just like, as soon as I started throwing up, it was like, okay, we need to go hospital. So I had to drive to Swindon Hospital in the back of a car with a jumper, just holding it, just vomiting constantly into this jumper.
Really? Did you not have like a plastic bag? A jumper?
I was vomiting that much, but I was just like, we needed anything so that it didn't go everywhere. And then got to the hospital, and then they had these like plastic bowls in the hospital for sick. There was a massive pile of them. There was none when I finished. It was like every time I threw up, it was a new plastic bowl, a new plastic bowl, a new plastic bowl.
Where was all the like quantity coming from?
I don't know. It's just all stomach acid, and then that night it finally stopped. But it's just like, because I was throwing up acids for so long, my entire throat was like aching pain from just
I bet.
sore. It was death. It's one of the only times in my life when the pain was so bad I would have preferred death.
So you literally puked enough for a lifetime?
Yes, and I haven't puked since.
Dude, I kind of want you to never puke again.
I'm good. I'm pushing the limits. We'll see how much it takes.
Well, on that note, we're back after these messages. Want a dick on a shirt? Check the description below.
Why?
Tim's not there though. Why would
Jim's not there.
Yeah.
I can just do an impression of him.
Okay.
Hi guys, it's me, Jim. Part 2.
What?
This is the second half of the cast where we answer questions from the Corn community. If you want to leave questions, head over to the Jar Media subreddit. Go to the suggestions thread. Let's start with this one from Yellow Tummy, who says, how often do you guys browse the Jar Reddit? What are your thoughts on the more extreme and passionate Jar fans?
I do actually go on the Jar Reddit.
I tend to look like once a day.
Yeah, I do the same. I was just trying to see what's going on.
There have been some good posts on there lately, some good memes.
There's been some real shit on there all the time.
There's a good There was a meme about if Jarlings were Star Wars fans. I don't know if you guys saw that one.
I did.
But the only reason I'm mentioning it is because like RNL is casually mentioned and referenced, which to me is just so fucking weird. Like,
I'd forgotten about that.
People who aside from us know who RNL is.
Yeah.
What does RNL stand for?
RWP and Nick and Lloyd.
Yeah, James remembers.
Lloyd, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I wasn't there on the day it was made, so there was the R, which you could easily mistake for being my actual name. Actually, it's fucking Ral Repier.
I love that is the reason that there was an R in there. And it just happened to work out.
I forget about that. I actually forgot about the old Jar Media channel. I forgot about that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it goes over fucking 4 channels now, technically, if you...
Because I was looking at the URL and I was like, why don't we have Jar Media as the URL? And then I searched and I was like, oh, because it's this fucking one. The YouTube / Jar Media is the old fucking channel. So
yeah, the abandoned one. I love that we just abandoned that channel like fucking years ago. Yeah,
and it was so unceremonial. We just were like, yeah, I can't use it anymore.
Yeah, because fuck Maker Studios. Fuck them.
Or like cool studios.
Yeah, really cool studios.
Yeah, thoughts on the more extreme and passionate fans of Jar then? Extreme usually implies something bad to me.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy funny memes and having fun and that stuff, but there is like a degree where it can go a bit far for me. But passion is good. Extreme passion, I'm not sure really what that means, but I'm scared of the idea.
I don't really look at Reddit at all, so that's the one I've never got into. Like my flow of apps I look at.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I have it, and I only follow I follow the Jar Media Reddit and Destiny 2 and Halo.
It is good for games.
I love r/gaming gamers games r/whoosh r/ funny.
That's where you start r/gaming, then you web out from there.
Yeah, I don't.
But I have seen some funny memes cut off from the Jar Media Reddit when I end up, someone will put it on Twitter and I'll see it or some shit.
I liked the Jerusalem fried chicken image.
Yeah, that's a classic one. What are we going to get there?
Well, what would you get?
But I was behind the counter. Am I serving you or had I killed somebody? I just beaten whoever was there and I was going to stab us.
Give us some free JFC.
Don't say it like it's real.
It is real.
Don't say it like it's an accepted, brand. Yeah, JFC.
It is an accepted brand, though.
It's like when you get those buckets in Tesco, SFC. Fuck off.
Yeah. James, if you were driving around the country and you just happened to see a JFC just on the street, would you pull over and just go in and get...
Are you saying if I was in Israel or just in England?
If you were driving around England and you just happened to go down a street that had a JFC, would you pull over and stop what you were doing to get a JFC?
You're taking your wife to hospital. She's about to deliver.
Yeah, fuck that. JFC is on the menu.
Okay, no. This is the actual proper answer. The proper answer is depends if there's a parking space instantly that I can go into. If there's not,
yeah,
pedantic.
That's such a classic. I'm thinking about that. That's such a dad maneuver. They're driving and then they'll just swerve into the fucking parking space because they see it like, fuck it, we're going here.
No, because it's just like if you have to find a parking space, the effort in getting the parking space is more than the
payoff is worth,
yes.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Like I don't live life. I live life by what parking spaces I can get into. That's it. If I fancy a donut, if I can't park, I'm not getting the donut. If I need to pick something up, if I can't park, I'm not picking it up. That's simple. That should be the equation of everything. That's it. Simple. You have to live life like that if you want an easy life.
You need to train Gaius to sit in the side seat, and then you just open the door. He pops out. You do a lap round, and then on the returning lap, he just hops in.
No, you could just—that's what you have kids for.
Okay, have a child
No.
then.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not doing
I
that.
was just saying about your wife delivering a baby, so like,
Yeah, have your own offspring.
We've already discussed. I'm not continuing the bloodline.
I
Can I
understand.
say something cruelly honest?
Yes.
James is not very good at parking.
Well, no,
Damn.
okay, no. Okay, okay. What basis do you have of this?
Every time you parked with us in the car.
That's because we're in Swindon. That
No,
changed-
that's not true. You
No.
parked in goddamn Tesco where there's like 30. You'll find the space like in the car park where the least cars are,
Yes.
so you can park as haphazardly as you want.
That's not true. That's not
That is true.
When I have to park properly, I park properly. If it's 8 o'clock in a Sainsbury's in Tesco's when there's 10 people, I'm gonna park a bit wonky because I'm on the other side of the car park. Nobody's parking there. It's fine. I stay in the box though. I don't ever go over the box. I'm always in the box.
I disagree.
That you've seen it once, and that was in Swindon.
I've seen it more than once.
No. Stop making me out as if I can't park.
I'm sure you can, but I guess you just can't be bothered.
No, that time, the last time you saw me in Tesco's car park, was I parked correctly? Yes, I was.
Yeah, but that barely counts.
No, that's the
That car
most
park is always
didn't see it
abandoned,
happen.
so you can just like drive anywhere in that one.
I park properly.
I understand the avoidance.
Yeah, I'm not
Parking,
saying
parking's horrible.
like. I'm not saying it's a character fault.
I'm just saying you deserve to be prosecuted for it. Like,
If you have
yeah.
to parallel park in a town centre, that's like no.
it's
no.
that famous. It's Marlborough. It's that fucking Top Gear thing.
Yep. It's like if I'm driving around town for a parking space, if there's like 10 parallel car parking spaces free, I'm not going in them. I will drive around until I find a normal one.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Cartoon Wars Studios asks us this. I can't fucking talk. Continue the ice cream discussion. 1. What are your thoughts on mini milks?
Oh,
Oh, mini milk.
yeah. Fuck yeah, mini milks.
I
Fuck
don't know
yeah.
what mini milks are.
I always rated mini milks because they're
Yeah.
the perfect
Yeah, man.
size. Any bigger and it'd be too much.
Mini milks, let me check.
That's what she said.
You'll know them when you see them. Strawberry ones suck though.
Oh, they're
Fuck
fucking
mini milks.
shit. I fucking
No,
hate
they
mini
aren't.
milks.
I
No,
knew you'd
shut
hate
up.
mini milks. I fucking knew you would.
I hate
Do
them.
they give you a headache?
No, they give me earwax. 'cause it's actually cold.
Oh fuck.
Ice cream gives me earwax. All ice cream gives me earwax.
Do you mean brain freeze?
No, earwax. No, cold. If it's cold, it gives me an earache because I've got fucked ears.
You'll give me an earache. Listen to
The
this
way-
shit.
The way
Oh.
James describes the way things affect him makes him sound like he's like a different species to me or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I just can't relate to some of it.
It's because
Yeah.
my ears are fucked. I have like broken ears. I always have. It's like as a kid, I went to doctors like on a regular basis because my ears have always been fucked. So for some reason, my eardrums are like really hypersensitive to cold. So if I eat or drink anything that's cold, if I drink like water out of a fridge, I get a really bad earache.
How do your ears know when you're
I don't
drinking
know.
something
I don't-
cold?
I don't know,
Confused.
but it's just a thing. It's just like one of those things. Like all of me's broken. There's not an actual part of me that works.
Why are we laughing at that? That's a horrible thing to say.
It's true though.
I wasn't laughing. I'm
Well, I'm gonna edit it in as you laughing. I'm just make you laugh to everything.
Yeah, but you need to get audio of Ruben laughing.
I've got hundreds of Jarcasts to choose from.
I've never laughed. Ever.
Yeah, that's an issue.
I go through every episode and I'm like, what the
Shit, he never laughs.
fucking laugh?
Like that fucking skit. What do they call Key and Peele? The Key and Peele skit. Just never laugh.
Oh, Laron can't laugh.
The wrong color.
That's a good one.
That is hilarious.
No, I just want to call out mini milks are shit. Don't forget that. They're not good.
Okay, well, what was next one? Because we've spent too much time on fucking mini milks. There must have been more there must have been more questions to that segment, whatever it was.
It was 2 questions, and I just refused to answer the second one at this time.
Oh, all right then.
Mumbo Bumbo asks this. People say dogs know around 100 words they aren't taught. What words do you reckon the jar dogs know?
Pussy.
Gaius knows spin time pretty intimately.
He does know spin time. No, but all the dogs now know spin time.
Not as thoroughly as Gaius, I'm sure. Does he actually? When you say the words, does he react? Does he know what you're saying?
No, but that's not correct, because you can say 1,000 words, but if you said them the same way, there'd always be a reaction, because it's how you say things that gets a reaction and not what you say.
No, but I thought collies were smart enough to be able to distinguish between actual words and
they
assigning
can
them to items and things.
Yeah, I just can't think of any at the moment. He knows the difference between toys, because that's like a normal thing.
Voy. My dogs know voy.
Turkey boy.
Turkey boy. James, why did you sigh when I said voy?
Because as a devoy, I know it
No, for those confused, since I got Paisley because she is not a boy, like Argy is, and I kept saying good boy to her, I was like, well, instead of learning 2 things, I'm just going to combine and just say boy instead, because it's all encompassing. Argy's a boy.
Learning 2 things.
Mackie Gitor asks, if possible, could the 2016 election predictions video be uploaded?
No.
Fun fact, the only reason I mentioned this is because I actually went looking for it on my hard drive.
I can't even remember it, actually.
Just my
I think it was just me, Alex, and Ruben. We were.
Wait, you don't think
on
I
Discord or Skype
have it or had it? Because it might be one of the ones I had, which in that case, fucking
I know
God.
where it probably ended up. I reckon it was on the hard drive of what is now James's PC.
Oh yeah,
definitely not on this hard drive. I made sure to delete it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Then,
so it probably
that's that.
Yeah, it's long gone. I couldn't
see.
find it
No,
anywhere
we could have done a joke of that. We could have just uploaded that every 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, but I remembered editing it and being like, I don't know about this. Just leaving. There'd been a couple lost blabs.
Yeah, because we were just so off
do you
the
remember
world.
Jim? Years ago, I guess when Destiny 2 first came out, we recorded a Destiny 2, what I wished the story had been, or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
My own fan fiction, basically. But
I don't remember
just
that
never
at all.
edited it. Yeah. Oh well. Sovix has a funny
E-Clux being a thing.
funny and epic jar-related story. Feat quirky teenager are her mum. I'm a 17-year-old Finnish listener whose mom is somewhat harshly criticizing my taste in clothing because I usually buy vintage stuff from second-hand stores and I use tees with prints that are interesting/funny to me. Sometimes my mum jokes about getting rid of my ugly jackets and shirts, which is quite alerting at times. A few months ago, I ordered myself a jar shirt with Dick the Head on it because I thought it looked absolutely ridiculous and, well, why not support one of my favourite podcasts? I was ready for my mum to make fun of the shirt and how hideous Dick the Head looks, like she usually does with my stuff that I wear, but surprisingly, she loved the shirt for some reason, and it managed to make her smile when I first took it out of the package. I don't know if it's the print itself or the colour, the jar shirt being my only pink shirt, but she treats it very carefully, almost protectively, but without admitting anything. As a
He's just got
careless
an Indian
dum-dum.
face.
I tried to wash the shirt with red laundry once, but I got stopped by my mum, who passed by the room, saying the print might turn red if she did that. A couple days ago, I went out to the forest to get firewood, Finnish country life, and she insisted that I shouldn't wear the shirt because it might get dirty or rip, despite it being under a long-sleeve shirt. Her protectiveness over the shirt continues, which is kind of nice considering none of my other shirts that I order get this treatment. Should I order my mum one too as a surprise present and report what she thought of it?
You should order 20.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Fuck it, why stop there? Order
Yeah,
as
of
many as
course.
you like. As many as you can.
Yeah. In fact, just anyone. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, get one
How
for
much
your
money
mum.
you have? Just buy it. Fucking max out your credit card. Just buy as many as you can.
What do you think the truth is?
Only sensible person here, don't do that.
What? Why is it sensible? She loves the shirt. She admitted it herself in the.
No,
Yeah.
for real though. Yeah, buy that. For
Yeah,
it.
fuck it. Funny.
Yeah.
But what do you think the truth of the story is? Do you think she genuinely just is tickled by the shirt, or the fact that it's pink and she wants her daughter to be in the pink and blue mindset?
Oh, making it political, are we?
Well, this is the Jarcast.
Who here owns a pink shirt?
Me.
Me. I am too, I think.
Not
Pink,
me.
like purple's my favorite color, so I've been anti-pink and blue mindset my whole life, I'm afraid.
My favourite colour is also purple, and I've been the same as Alex.
Since when's your favorite color been purple? How did I not know this about you?
For a very long time. Purple
Since he played San Andreas.
Yes. Not San Andreas. Actually, yeah, San Andreas.
Why San Andreas?
Because the ballers wear
Purple.
purple. Their gang color.
Gang life.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. Everyone just trailed off. And I had nothing. I just said for some reason.
His favourite colour is pink.
My favorite color isn't pink.
Oh,
Ruben's
is it
favorite color is blue because he's a racist.
Dick the Head has a question for us. What is each of your least favorite James opinions?
Oh, the Gold is a good song.
Stay gold.
Stay Gold, yeah.
Okay. For me, it's this weird obsession with Butch Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is a great movie. Why haven't you watched it?
Did I say that? There are just infinite great movies I haven't watched. I never will watch them all.
Yeah, there are a lot of movies, James.
Oh, look, I like Red Dead Redemption, but I haven't seen Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Oh, look at me, I like...
You don't even like Red Dead. That's my least favorite.
Hello, my name's James. I like cars, and I've not watched every single race in existence.
No, because cars are shit. I hate cars.
Why haven't you, if you like cars so much, why haven't you watched Cars 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
And
I have
watched Cars
Automated
1.
Adventures, whatever they were called.
There's so many. I looked on Disney Plus. Fucking hell, there's so many Cars shorts.
No, the only one you want to watch is the Fast and Furious cartoon. That is...
The Netflix one.
yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
Vin Diesel actually appears in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art style's hilarious.
We
it called?
recommend watching that.
Oh, Spy Racers.
Yeah. It's Dominic Toretto's like cousin or something.
That's weird.
Incredible.
Do you have any answers, Ruben?
To what? Hang on, what?
Least favorite James opinion.
Well, a lot of his shit is bait and nonsense.
Exactly.
For example, James hasn't played Dark Souls 2, but he insists that it's good, or maybe even the best one. I can't remember. So, yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Okay, then let's go out from the pick on James Day. What's your least favorite Alex opinion then?
Okay, do it. Let's just make this broad.
Okay, then you guys go first.
Why you
I don't
brought it
know.
up?
I'm trying to think of.
I haven't
Alex
got anything
opinion.
for it. Yeah, you brought it up, and then you just tried to offload it onto all of us. You haven't even had time to think about it.
Max Payne 3?
Okay, yeah, that is one.
Yeah, we can all agree on that now. So Ruben agrees with us now.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
But consider the version I played, the Xbox 360 version.
Definitely a bad version to play.
Like, who's arguing that, like, that's, like, the best way to play that game?
Nobody, but it doesn't make it bad.
Yeah.
Did I say it was bad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
I'm
fought
sad
to
about
the death over that game, Alex. Oh, Max Payne 3 is really bad. It's so boring. There's no character. Max Payne is a really horrible character. I don't like him. He complains too much.
I mean, it's all true, but
Yeah, he's too sad.
I don't remember saying it's too sad. And if I did, it was so long ago. I've literally
No, he's too sad. That that was like your whole point. He's not happy enough.
Really? That was my complaint.
His wife and child were murdered. He's not happy
You're
enough.
arguing against a point that like I made so long ago, and that I can't even remember that I made.
Well, it clearly affected me in certain ways, didn't it, Alex?
It really like dug deep.
So you're saying if you don't remember it, you can't use that
No,
as a point. Well, you
No,
can't
you're
say
bringing
that
up
about
an
anything
argument
I've said
that
then, 'cause
I don't
remember
remember making because it was this long ago. An argument, by the way, that I brought up to remind you of.
Yes, that is valid.
No, but the only part I remember is that I don't like Max Payne 3.
Because you're. He had this. I'm betting any money that Alex played it the same as Ruben did. That's why Ruben hated it. So if Alex played it properly, he'd like it.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I forgot.
I don't know what James is talking about.
Okay. Disappointed. No one even had an answer.
I've got an answer.
I do as well.
Go on then.
Go first, Jim.
No, you go first. Because my one will actually cancel Alex.
Okay.
Okay, Jeremy, you go first.
God damn it! Just fucking say somebody.
Alex isn't crazy about Jack White.
What do you mean?
You're not. Well,
I've never like sat down and properly given him a listen though.
There you go.
And when
Cancel culture, do your thing.
What was? And I like the White Stripes. Oh, you're just trying to
Not enough.
Name 3 songs.
Jamie is the gatekeeper.
I
of all
can't name
things
3
white.
songs from albums I know.
Ruby, can you say that again but louder?
Jamie is the gatekeeper of all things white.
Okay, I'd like to defend myself.
No, you can't. You're not allowed to do that.
Okay, I'm moving on. I'm moving on then.
Yeah, I mean, I had no more to that. So
Yeah, neither did I.
No,
Jones
do you
did say
know what?
something,
Do you know what's the most opinion I hate about Alex and Jamie? It's the fact that they don't like cinnamon. Sorry.
Shut up.
To be
It's not a-
honest,
it's not an opinion, is
I
it?
don't mind cinnamon anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if it's used intellectually and with restraint, it can be pleasant. But if it's like fucking cinnamon, what's it called? The jelly beans. Oh my god.
I
Jelly
used to
those were
hate,
terrible. Those were absolutely awful.
I used to hate ginger, and I'm kind of starting to like ginger now.
I like ginger in like curries and like as a savoury thing. I think gingerbread is fucking shit.
Gingerbread is
What?
lovely.
Gingerbread is great.
No, you guys are
As a
crazy
ginger beer.
if you think that. Gingerbread is horrible.
Gingerbread is great.
Ginger beer is horrible.
I think you've just got baby tastes.
Yeah.
I think I've just got fucking actually an opinion on something for once.
Oh, did you read that on Reddit?
Oh.
Speaking of Reddit, Bow3Father says, "Hey, fellow fathers, here is my question. Everyone go round and answer. Put these film directors / creators in order of best to worst. J.J. Abrams, Seth MacFarlane."
Okay, J.J. Abrams is at the bottom.
No, you gotta let
Yeah.
me list it first before. J.J.
Okay.
Abrams, Seth MacFarlane, George Lucas, Ryan Johnson. Yeah. They wrote it in a really difficult way to read, so I had to break it down like that. So J.J. Abrams, Seth MacFarlane, George Lucas, and Ryan Johnson.
Okay, Seth MacFarlane, J.J. Abrams, Ryan, and then George Lucas.
Yeah, mine's the same. Mine's actually the same as James's. So
Hang on.
starting with Seth MacFarlane being my least favorite, then J.J., then
Yeah.
Ryan, then George.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say that as well.
Mine's the same, but the opposite. I think the fact that Seth MacFarlane actually like
Has an opinion,
it in the way art should, it makes me feel strongly in a certain way. whereas J.J. Abrams is just like empty.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put Seth MacFarlane above J.J. Abrams.
You're really.
Yeah.
No,
Just to be different.
I understand where you're coming from.
I read it on Reddit.
But to be fair, of all the movies I like most, Ryan has made the best.
Oh yeah.
One.
Oh my god.
But then,
Yeah, the only reason I put George above him is just
Legacy.
legacy more than anything.
Oh,
You
I
mean the
forgot
prequels?
George Lucas was in there. Yeah, George is number one out of all those.
Especially now the my gradual Stockholm syndrome for the prequels.
Yeah.
And how it's just building, and how I just enjoy watching them. Like at first,
Mhm.
I really
ironically,
wanna
it's
watch
like,
them
I'm
again.
watching this so many times, ironically. Surely this is just me watching them at this point. Hey Jar, recently it feels like a fair amount of people I know have started watching TikTok. Now this probably doesn't sound very strange, but it feels like they are addicted to it, when before they flat out rejected the thought of even downloading it. But now that they've downloaded it, it feels like they can't get enough. This is starting to worry me. Thoughts?
My thoughts is that my colleague at work downloaded it one day, and for the whole day, at the end of the day, she said, "Today I've spent 7 hours on TikTok," and this
Oh
was
my
during a
God.
working day.
Wow.
Like TikTok is,
I think we just have to accept that it's just a mainstay now.
yeah.
Like it's the younger people use it. That's just like it's one of their main social medias now. Whether you like
You know,
it or not.
We could take a deep dive into it, but it would take forever to come up with actual, nuanced, coherent, and intelligent arguments that don't just sound like boomers not understanding something.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't like you either.
It's just, I never liked
either.
Vine either. It's just like, what's the fucking point of this? Like, to me, it doesn't feel like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. There's all like a really specific, like, that's their thing. What's the TikTok thing? Mouthing along to songs and then like incorporating memes from-
doing pretty bad dances to pretty bad songs is.
Yeah.
Oh, I
the
see
thing.
them on my Instagram, and I just want to hurt myself every time I see them.
Yeah. Oh, maybe a few TikTok users could tell us in the comments, because I don't fucking know why people use it.
For the clout, mate.
For the clout, mate.
It is TikTok is just clout. That's all it is. People use it to get clout.
I mean, you can say that about any social media. To be honest.
No.
Except for Facebook.
Except for Facebook, yeah. It's the one.
Because
That's
Facebook's
about
pathetic.
Worst.
One day, TikTok is going to be what Facebook is to us now.
No,
That's a good thing to think about.
No, it's not.
What do you think is going to happen instead?
TikTok is never going to get to the cesspool level that is Facebook.
Yes, it.
It already is a cesspool.
It's
Yeah.
a different kind of cesspool, though. Like Facebook is a different kind of cesspool
Well, where it's like sad and redundant and old.
and massively racist.
Oh, yeah. Facebook is, speaking of boomers. Okay, but Bucket God says, what is your favourite choice of whiskey at the moment? I tried the Belvini 12 at your recommendation and must say, it's pretty nosh.
Well, okay. Well, I've got to confess something. Prior to quarantine, I did not drink much. Since quarantine, I get absolutely shit-faced every weekend. Like, can't walk shit-faced every weekend. And my poison is always whiskey. And I've been
Except
trying
for when
loads
it's
of
sours.
different ones.
Which amazes me.
Unless, then they're sours because they're just it's just like drinking sugar.
It's so foul.
I tried a nice bourbon cream yesterday.
But just please, if you pronounce it wrong, I'm gonna.
What, the fucking chocolate biscuit cream?
No, keep calling it that. I don't care.
It was a bullet bourbon.
Oh my god!
I was recommended it by what's his name? Louise Fairwalk.
Louis C.K.?
I don't know. He does things and people like him.
That does not narrow it
That
down.
sounds like Louis C.K. All right.
I think so. I was recommended that, and that's quite nice. I like the bourbon. I've obviously the Yamazaki is still the best whiskey ever. Like I've not drank anything nearly as good as that.
Yeah, I like the Belvini.
I'm not a fan of the Belvini.
Really?
Yeah, it's just not to my taste.
Guess you got shit taste then. Wait.
I will always recommend the Yamazaki. It's expensive and it's probably difficult to buy now because Yamazaki doesn't make whiskey because of people buying them. I always recommend that, but you should.
I'd just like to say, if you like whiskey, you're a pathetic man-child.
Oh, look at me. I've got to drink beer that's
Ew, I've got to drink something that tastes foul to be a man. No, I couldn't. Fuck you, I'm going to drink a Sex on the Beach over a fucking...
I would have... No, and I drink a Long Island, but I can't. So, would you expect me to do?
Drink a whiskey sour like a real man?
I just
Why
can't
specifically whiskey, James? Why not a different type of spirit?
Okay, because I have a weird mentality to alcohol. I don't like alcohol. I really don't like alcohol. If I'm going to drink alcohol, I'm going to get as smashed as possible because there's no other point to it. So I will just drink the strongest stuff. That's just the logic.
Lots of it
whiskey isn't even the strongest stuff.
No, but I can't just instantly start drinking absinthe. I need to start somewhere.
You don't have to drink absinthe. You just get some of that really strong overproof rum they sell in Tesco now. 65%.
So starting out, because let's make this 100% clear. I'm 23 years old. The first time I got pissed was at 23 years old. I've never been drunk before this year, and now I'm getting drunk every weekend. I'm not going to go into the really strong stuff. I'm starting strong, just not super strong, and that is a 45% bourbon.
45% is pretty strong.
Yeah, it is. I started at about 7 o'clock yesterday. By 10 o'clock, I was a mess.
But how much of the bottle are you actually drinking in one session?
On a weekend when we play COD, because we just play COD, I'll drink over half the bottle, as well as multiple sizes. Yeah.
The fuck? How?
So,
just how?
Just keep going. You don't stop.
And you're not just messed up the next day?
He's definitely hungover.
No. Like, I can get up and still function. I'll sit down, have breakfast, and take my time, but I can still do things.
Wow, and you're still keen to drink whiskey again after that?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what has put me off whiskey for a while. I
haven't puked yet. I haven't had any of that. No, I'm not going to stop. Because I went to the sours for a bit, but sours is just nothing. I wasn't getting to that level of fuck. So every weekend it's whiskey. Just really expensive when I'm buying £40 of whiskey that only lasts more than one night. It's silly, but that's just how it is. I did actually start drinking lager. One day I drank 8 bottles of lager. Got a really bad headache, so then I just drank whiskey as well, because then it felt better.
Yeah, I like lager now.
I don't like
the Italian one.
No, the Italian one is nice, but it's just I don't want to drink. I don't like drinking a large quantity to feel something. That doesn't appeal to me. I just want to drink the smallest amount and get the most gains. Almost.
Just pure efficiency.
Yeah. It's got to be efficient.
Okay. Let's end on this one then from Iron Helmate 222. What is the most satisfying thing that you encounter in daily life?
Dogs.
I was thinking dogs.
I've got one little thing. When my coffee from my coffee machine fills up perfectly to the top of the little glass, because you measure it, whatever, you set it, and it fills up with the perfect amount of foam on it, so it kind of looks like a tiny Guinness. That's the most satisfying thing for me. Seeing, oh, good, the coffee didn't overflow today, or it didn't go a little bit too under it, or whatever. And it has a nice top. Yeah.
Satisfying.
Ablutions are always satisfying for me.
What?
Jim?
Getting a 2-kill streak on COD.
No, it's getting a Warzone win on COD. That's the most satisfying thing.
A daily thing, James. What, you getting one win every day? Fuck you.
Well, yeah, unless you got any more satisfying things.
Oh, I'm trying to think, what is satisfying? What is, really satisfying?
Scratching an itch, picking your nose, busting a nut.
Eating dinner.
No,
I'm hungry as hell.
Satisfying.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten today.
I don't know what's satisfying.
Well, you got to think about that and come back next week then.
No, is my life so void of just like interesting
Well, no, it's-
things, like nothing satisfying?
No, it's just like you do a poo every day. That's satisfying.
No, they're
When
not.
you
It's not.
relieve yourself.
We know they're not satisfying, Alex. We've gone over this.
Okay, what about a pee? Just pee.
No, the only satisfying pee is when you really need to pee. So when you pee,
No,
you pee,
I'm gonna do one up you there. When you finally pass that kidney stone.
I've not had that. I've not done that.
What increases your likelihood of getting a kidney stone?
Coke.
Drinking tea, apparently.
Really?
Green tea or normal tea?
All tea.
Okay, I'm getting a kidney stone then.
Well, if you have any kidney stone knowledge, make sure you let us know, because I ain't going to research it.
Yeah, they can be really bad.
Oh,
They can
yeah.
be so
Yeah.
big. You have to like.
Yeah, apparently it's like the most painful thing you can experience.
Like when you get the ones that are like so big where they can't you can't piss them out. You have to have your like cut open to get rid of them.
Well, there's that therapy where they like use supersonic sound waves to blast them into like.
Bits you can piss out, yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes.
Well,
Yeah, it's one of my biggest fears.
No, my biggest fear is a sleep paralysis.
paralysis.
Yes,
yeah,
that.
I've never experienced that, but it ain't very satisfying, so...
All the time, man. All the time. Used to it.
Really, it's
Okay,
that
but not as
common?
edgy as you are, Ruben.
It makes me feel alive.
Well, any final words then before we end this up?
Yeah.